And although Trump is pushing for all these tariffs, I think it's just too soon. It's putting a lot of pressure on the stock market, as we've seen in the past couple of days. So he's starting to notice this and starting to back off. And I guess the ideology or the notion of his tariffs essentially is to... We're into April now, a lot's happening. We have an election coming up, we have the tariffs going back and forth. And whether this is a continuous thing remains to be seen. Trump has already backed off a bit, and lots of uncertainty. And how will this impact the housing market within Canada and specifically the Ottawa region? We'll discuss that in this episode of Ottawa Real Estate Buzz and more, and specifically looking at the stats up to this point to give you a better idea of what's happening. As always, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to click that little bell icon so you get notifications as soon as we make posts. Let's get going. So we have the announcement for the rates coming up, pending on when this video will be posted on the 16th of April. And most likely the Bank of Canada will be doing another 0.25 drop. It's not significant, but considering the uncertainty with the tariff wars happening and essentially that impacting the inflation rate, I feel at the moment the cautious thing to do will be to do a small reduction. I think the notion on that is a 50-50, but it's likely that they will do the drop. How significant will that be on the housing market? Perhaps not so much, because right now the uncertainty seems to be the driven factor, yet we're seeing that buyers are slowly getting into the market. So the pre-approvals are happening, they're starting to look around, lots of options out there. Great to be a buyer at the moment if you can bypass this chaos and distractions so that you create a sort of a focus for yourself, because there are plenty of options to pick from inventory wise if you are in a specific price bracket and you're looking in a specific area. At the same time, we are seeing multiple bids happening on properties that are priced right, or in certain areas that there is a lack of inventory. So it's happening all over the place. We have uncertainty, lots of homes on the market, yet multiple offers happening at the same time. And although Trump is pushing for all these tariffs, I think it's just too soon. It's putting a lot of pressure on the stock market, as we've seen in the past couple of days. So he's starting to notice this and starting to back off. And I guess the ideology or the notion of his tariffs essentially is to buy back some of the debt, a couple of $1 trillion of debt that the US has, by hoping, with the hope that if the stock market drops, the investors will hence turn to bonds and buy bonds, which he didn't see this coming, and that is that they are completely, people are just cashing out and holding on to their money, and they're not seeing the bonds as a safety any longer. So hence him backing out of the tariffs for now, for another 90 days, holding the stick over everyone's head. And if essentially he backs off slowly, I feel like there will be a more confidence in the market, and then comes the switch. And what I mean by that is if that, I guess, clicks, then that certainty will hit the market, and we may see a delay in movement as we normally see, as opposed to we normally see in the spring market. We may get a little bit of delay towards the end of spring for the activity and the movement. And if there is more certainty, we'll definitely see a big change in the real estate market overall. And that is because I am seeing and talking to other realtors that we are seeing the movement. There are buyers out there for these homes, yet they're very cautious and slowly making their moves. Now, taking a look at the statistics for the month of March, year to date, Overall, we'll take a look at the Ottawa as a general, and then we'll get specific into each category of single homes, townhomes, as well as condominiums. Taking a look at the sales activity for Ottawa in general, we had 2,621. That's a drop of 3.7% year over year. New listings of almost 5,400, up 7%. Active listings of 3,769. That's again increase significantly from the previous year. And then we'll get into each category, looking at the single homes for the month of March 2025 compared to the year before. Sales activity 1,295. That's a drop of 4.4%. Looking at the new listings, 2,670, we're up 1%. So again, not a drastic change there with the new listings, and the overall active listings were significantly higher. Looking at the months of inventory, we're looking at about 4.5%, four and a half months of inventory. And the average price for single homes is sitting around $833,000 currently, and the sale to list ratio is sitting at asking, and the number of days again reflects this as well, which is 20 days, so not much different from the previous year, which was 18 days. So nothing alarming. Yes, we do have a lot of inventory, yet this shows me that it's just a cautious movement and people are just waiting to see what happens. The end of April elections, the Canadian elections, will take a weight off. The backing off of Trump with the tariffs will take weight off, and then this will create more certainty, so hence the perhaps a late spring movement. Taking a look at the townhomes now for March 2025 compared to the previous year. Sales activity 801 units, that's up 1.5% for the towns. New listings 1,400, up 17% approximately. And again, the active listings, we're looking at 812. The months of inventory, about 3 months of inventory we have. So it's up from almost 2 months from the previous year. And the average price, we're sitting at about $565,000. Not much difference from the previous year. And the sale to list ratio, we're at pretty much close to asking. 19 days for a townhouse to sit on the market to sell compared to the previous year. So again, townhomes based on the range of affordability are really sustaining themselves. And this shows you that, again, the strength of the market is there, yet we're looking at the confidence at the moment. Okay. Taking a look at the condominium market for March 2025 compared to the previous year. Sales activity 463, so we're down 13%. New listings 1,122, we're up 11%. Looking at the months of inventory, we're close to 6 months of inventory for the condominiums, and the average price is sitting at $430,000. Not much difference again with regards to the similar to the townhomes because of the affordability brackets. Looking at the sale to list ratio, you're almost at asking. And looking at the number of days a condo unit sits on the market, you're looking at 35 days, up from 27 days from the previous year. Not a significant change overall. And what we'll do is we'll provide these charts and more. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know by phone, text, email. I always love to chat over a cup of coffee if you have the time. And I feel like right now, the best thing buyers can do, as hard as it may be, is to filter out the noise. If you are in the market, truly, you have been pre-qualified and you have your pre-approval from your mortgage, the inventory is there, take the leap of faith and go for it, because when everything settles, and I feel like it may be sooner than you may expect, everyone will come at it, and you may see the challenge of a multiple offer situation happening, as we are seeing in certain price brackets and certain neighborhoods at the moment even. and get into it and do what needs to be done. For sellers, again, if you are selling to purchase something, this is a good motivation. Yes, you need to set your expectation as to what the market is dictating at the moment, yet you can lock down something on the purchase side. And this goes again for investors as well. I feel like now the uncertain times are the best times to invest and buy an investment property. Again, the interest rates were something that was always debatable a couple of months back, saying that yes, things are, inventory is there, yet the interest rate just doesn't make sense. I'm not balancing for the investment property. But now with the rates dropping, I mean, it couldn't be a better time, especially if you want to get into something more affordable like a townhome or a condominium. Ideally, these are great things to get into as a investor who's just starting off, or an investor who is basically spreading their portfolio. Again, let me know, feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and until the next episode, take care.